my screen?
Yes, sir.
Great. I know, okay, it should be 9:20 now. I am 10:20. Who is gaining? Who is losing? You or me? Who is gaining 1 hour? Who is losing 1 hour? Who can teach me geography?
We are losing and you're gaining 1 hour.
Wow. Is that so? I think the
No,
lower...
sir, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
Oh,
the smaller value
we
gain.
gained 1 hour.
Yeah, we're gaining
Yes.
and you're losing.
I'm the one, because you have a longer day, while I have a shorter day and longer nights. That's logic. No problem. You're highly welcome. Today we are moving to, let me see quickly, Module 6. Any question in our last class? I know that class is, I expect kind of questions. I only see somebody that asked question 27th. And another person answered. I was expecting more questions from, because it seems technical. Can I assume that we all pick up to 60–70% of my last class? Can I assume that? Hello? Can I assume that 60–70% of students understood our last class fairly? I'm not saying perfectly, fairly.
Maybe 50, sir.
Maybe 50. Half. Okay? Half. Okay? Incidentally, we can't use class to... We can't use class to answer questions, but please, I guess your DA group is separate from the general class. Am I correct? Hello?
It's separate, yes, sir. We have the general group, we also have the DA guild.
So 2023 Y Data Analyst Guild, that's your DA, right?
Yes, sir.
And feel free to engage me here now. Guys, you pay for this thing, you pay for my time, you want to learn it, you want to know it. Ask questions, don't keep quiet. Maybe I'm talking from my experience. If you are my teacher, you cannot go scot-free without my question. It's not given, it's not done. So I don't expect my students to keep quiet, especially when I'm talking of technical things. Please ask questions. Please ask questions. Please ask questions. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please ask questions. It's even money. I cherish time over money. Yes, money is important. Pounds, dollar, naira is highly important. But the time you are slicing out to learn this thing is much more appreciable for me. Waiting this time of the day to learn. Please, don't keep quiet. Ask questions. I'm on my own trying to explain, bringing it to your level as more as I could, but beyond that, a whole week. And I told you this course that you are doing for almost a whole month or thereabouts, about 20 hours. Microsoft only schedule 40 hours, 5 days, Monday to Friday. You don't even have opportunity to reflect, to ask questions. That's Microsoft plan for you. When I started, anytime I am teaching a corporate body, if I am delivering this message in Philip Consulting of this world and some international student I take on Microsoft standard, I will start my class 9 a.m. in the morning, 4, I stop, okay? Next day, 9 to 4 for 5 days. And that's 40 hours. So all the room you have to engage me, they don't have it. You can see the advantage that you have over the people that does it in 5 days. I expect that a whole week, find a way to reflect on whatever I have spoken to you. Anyone that is not clear, write it down, find a way of getting across to me, we'll review together. I want you to be better for it. You are my eye over there. You know, it's like your group, you are extending my tentacles across the globe. If I deliver well and you understand well, you will tell your friend, I met a guy online, he delivered my Power BI well. Please, I beg you. And if I'm not doing well, I am not the type that are rigid. If I am not delivering to your satisfaction, please, if you can't tell me, tell Wumi, tell Dimeji that, look, these are lecturer, these are the weaknesses we see is not doing well. Please do that for me. Okay. Once again, good evening to you all. Welcome to today's class. Somebody said 50%. I appreciate. Again, because I was banded with time. Banded with time. So I will encourage you again, we're adding another either 1 or 2 topics today. Whatever we can do today, please find time to reflect on it. Grace, I beg. Biola and quite a number of people that ask time, create an avenue to reflect on it and ask questions. I'll keep tab on your Telegram group throughout the remaining day, during the week. I'll keep tab on it so that I can hear your message and need. Tonight, let me quickly look at, because again, it's almost difficult for students to pick when you go directly to practical without the theory. So today we are looking at optimizing performance, optimizing model performance. Last week, we spoke about DAX calculation. Who can remind me the full meaning of DAX?
Data analytic
expression.
Data analytic expression. Thank you. And what is the key thing that you are doing data analytic expression?
Creating, it's about measures and calculations.
Okay. And I remember there are 3 things I mentioned to you. 3 things. What are the 3 things that your DAX takes care of? I know somebody has mentioned part of it. I want you to remind us the 3. Who can remind us?
Calculated columns, measures. I can't remember the last one.
Time intelligence.
Time intelligence. Okay. And I remember I also mentioned calculated table, calculated column, and measures. Time intelligence is just an addendum there. Okay. Then I also told you that most of the calculations that you are using measure and DAX for, at times when you know that some of these things will be frequent, is better you create those columns on your source before you upload it, so that you will have less calculation done on your canvas when you are running your Power BI. Okay. And remember, we spoke about model as creating a relationship between the facts and dimension tables. Create a relationship between facts and dimension tables. Okay, good. So tonight we want to look at optimize model performance. Optimize model performance. And what's the objective? Data model performance optimization. Direct query model optimization. So by the end of this module, you'll be able to explain those two items I mentioned. So under optimize the data model performance, we have three things to look at. Optimize data model for performance, identify poorly returning measures, relationship, and visual. Then I also said it will reduce cardinality level to improve performance. So let's move on. Introduction to your performance optimization. When your data model is optimized, it performs better. Can you hear that? When your data model, okay, is optimized, you see a better result of it. Look at the diagram I have. You see that, look at where your orange arrow goes to. That's the source of your data. Okay, look at when you create reports on your Power BI, do you see the table again? Are you looking at my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
There's no table.
Can you, okay, there's no table. You only see your report tools there. And you have your service, you publish your Power BI to service, and from your service, you upload to your mobile. Okay, good. So performance optimization is also known as performance tuning. So some of us that are database oriented, in your database, because of performance optimization, a tuning. That is, you want to direct the cardinality of your information. Okay, involve making changes to the current state of the data model so that it runs more efficiently. You want your data model to run more efficiently, especially when your data model is optimized. It performs better. It performs better. Okay, good. So that is what you are doing with your performance tuning. Sorry. Good. You might find that your report runs well in a test and development environment, but when deployed to production for broader consumption, performance issue arises. When you are doing your Power BI against your test data, against your production information, or no, when you are doing again test and development, it tends to be very okay. But I will tell you the reason why. Your test data is being changed frequently. So the data you have in your test environment is a minute data. Okay? Say like if I want to analyze information of people in Hampshire, I will simply take my laptop to, I might take it to, I might ask you to just generate information about the people in Hampshire and send to me. You know, you are dealing with limited number of transactions in a regional basis. So the value of information, the volume of information you have will be smaller compared to when you have information about 200 places, 1,000 places, all along like that. Is that portion clear to us? Okay. So you might find that your report runs well in test and development environment because your test and development environment has limited information. But when deployed to production for broader consumption, performance issues arises because there are more information at other side. From a report user perspective, poor performance is characterized by report page. Hello, want to talk to me? Okay. So poor performance is characterized by reports, pages that take longer to load, and visuals taking more time to update. That's one of the things data performance optimization eliminates. As a data analyst, you will spend approximately 90% of your time, working with your data, and 9 times out of the poor performance direct result. So you can see that you can waste of your information, okay, chasing shadow. Okay. A smaller size of data model uses less resource memory and achieve faster data refresh calculations and rendering visuals in reports. Okay. Therefore, the performance optimization process involves minimizing the size of the data model and making most efficient use of the data in the model. So those are the things I want to say. Okay. So ensuring the correct data types are used when you're optimizing your data, these are the questions that you answer. Deleting unnecessary columns and rows. When you have unnecessary column and rows, you are expected to delete it. But at this junction, I have to let you know that what they are calling, what they are looking at unnecessary column might actually be one of the key informations there. But because we are dealing with a larger volume of information, okay? So avoiding repeated values, replacing numeric column and with measures. I want to educate us that when you are avoiding repeated value, you don't want to make mistakes. Again, when you are replacing numeric columns with measures, that numeric columns is giving you results that you expect and they can't explain. Okay. So reducing the cardinality, analyzing model data, and summarizing data where possible. All those things that we are looking at, all those things we listed might not really be relevant. Okay. We are using power up to this, we are using some objects up to this moment. But now I want to look at use variables to improve performance and tuning. Okay? There are times you need to use variable. Variable is a place value. Okay? Some of us that may I ask some of us that there's a game in KG days. I want to know if you remember, you and your friends who are you are doing things together, but a place value is a place you heard some of his information in ISC, but you give him one leaf out of the leaf you bought. So variable is you label an empty room with a label. So on getting there, is not asking questions, where am I, this and that. Variables will hold information for you. So you can use variable in your DAX formula to help you write less complex and more efficient calculation. That's what this thing is asking you, that you can use it to do exploit. Some expressions involve the use of many nested functions and the reuse of expression logic. These expressions take a longer time to process. So everybody, that is a clear cut of when you answer your, when you look at introduction to performance optimization. Good. Use variable, and what is it? Look at what I wrote here, without variable. sales year-over-year growth. Okay, we are saying divide sales. So to say, you are looking at calculate sales. Okay, parallel period, date. So you can see that this is to calculate the sum of sales for a period of, where you have parallel period and is a date. You are using your date calendar to manipulate the information. But what you want to do here is that you want to sum your sales for the period of 12 months. That's what you have there. Sum your sales over a period of 12 months. Okay? So with variable, sales Y growth equals to variable sales priority prior year, so that you know the terminating point. One is saying sales year to year, the current year. The other one is saying sales provide prior year. We want to see the sales of last year. Okay, and your calculation will go thus far. Calculate sales, parallel period, then date, then 12 months. Sales variance. Take note of something. The variable sales year-over-year growth and variable sales prior year will not reflect on its calculation, but rather it will turn table. So we leave it at that we can use a variable class to achieve my goal or what I want to improve. So you can use variable in your DAX formula to help you write less complex. Can see your DAX is having a fun, having a connection anywhere they go to. So use a DAX formula in helping you writing complex, more efficient calculations variables are underused by developers. So, but they are effective and you should use them by default. Okay? I don't want to dwell too much on theory. I'm laying foundation for the future. So we have a performance analyzer on your canvas. Okay? What does it do? Find out each report element is defined. Then each element is performing. Measure report elements during user interaction. Okay, when you want to really analyze your data, this is the way you go about it. Then detect which aspects are least or more resources. So which of the aspects are least and they are detect which aspects are least or more resource intensive. Any question up to this moment? Am I having everybody on my place? Question, class? Do you understand up to this level?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please, sir, I have a question.
Please ask.
Okay. Sir, if I understand well, when we write DAX formulas, it's a means of reducing the size of our data sets so that as much as possible, we optimize the data sets that we have so that it's not too big. Can I say it like that, sir?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Say that.
Okay, sir. If that is right, sir, I noticed in the last class that we had to hide several of the tables, hide this, hide that. is that also a means of optimizing it so that we don't have too much, should I call it variables now, that we occupy or give us a large data set?
Come again, please. Come again.
The last class we had, because I had to go through the lab instruction myself, I walked through it. I noticed, because my system was, I didn't have a system then, I walked through it and I noticed that we had to hide several things. Hide unit costs, hide this, hide that. Is that also a means of optimizing the size of our data set, or it serves for other purposes?
Yes, correct. Some of those, some of those things that we hide, they are enhancements, and they are information you don't want many people to see. Nothing more than that. It's still part of a data set, but the data has now recognized that, oh, this set of data is not general people should see it. Okay, that's one of the security level of your of data analytics.
Okay, sir.
You need to question how, you need to ask for confidential document of the organization. Okay, so that when they are talking to you, they are trusting you with their whole business. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other question, please? Okay, let's move on. So reviewing performance results. Log information shows duration to complete each task. Duration value indicates the difference between the start and end timestamp for each operation. That's what your timestamp is all about. That's what it's meant for. So we are examining what data analyzer has taken. If we look at that screen, you see custom count customers. You say calculate distance, order product ID, filter by order date. Okay, good. So using your variable, you are saying you want to dynamic your formula, your dynamic formula. So these are one of the things you do to optimize your query, make it clearer, bolder, and you don't just glance over things, glance over your material and move on. But really look at this calculation that you have here, say count customer. If you want to know the amount, you want to count discount from other things and see them in the and accumulate them together and get a valid result. So when you examine the result in the performance analyzer pane, you can see how long it took the Power BI desktop engine to evaluate each query. Hey, don't be deceived. Yes, your quality of information you have in your theory is of immense value that you really need to understand nitty integrity of the course. Okay, a good starting point is any dash query that is taking longer than 120 milliseconds. In this example, you identify one particular query that has a large duration time. See, most of the things we are doing practically in class are directable. Yeah. So, performance analyzer highlights potential use but does not tell you what needs to be done. Can you hear that? So, you might want to conduct further investigation into why this mail takes so long to process. you can use Dark Studio to investigate your query. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Okay. Now, look at another thing for you to improve your performance is to reduce cardinality. And how do you do that? 1 second, please. Let me just use myself. Sorry. Okay. Hello, I'm back. Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Great.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay. So I want to look at in improving performance, optimizing performance. We want to look at reducing cardinality. And what does it mean? Cardinality is the term that is used to describe the uniqueness of the value in your column. Uniqueness of the value in your column. So cardinality is also used in the context of the relationship between two tables, where it describes the direction of the relationship. Remember the last time I explained one-to-one, one-to-many relationship for you. Most of your facts and dimension is always a one-to-many relationship. That is, your dimension is always one record to many record in your facts table. So identify cardinality level in columns. So that is what you are trying to do when you are looking at column distribution. And column distribution is talking about uniqueness of your information. Please take note, that is one of your certification questions. Okay, column distribution is talking about uniqueness of column. Okay, and most of the time, you have a key column that's always unique. Okay, and when you're distinct and unique, when they have the same number, that form your primary key. But when you have, look at 18 distinct zero unique, okay? They are distinct value, but it doesn't mean they are unique. This is a clear cut of primary key, a distinct, separate values, okay? Separate values is your distinct. Good. So you work on getting a primary key. Your column distribution will allow you to identify a primary key on your table. So previously, when you use Power Query Editor to analyze the metadata, the column distribution option on the View tab displays statistics on how many distinct and unique items were in each column in the data. Distinct values count total number of different values found in a given column. That's a distinct. Total number of different values that are not the same. In what I'm showing you on screen, you can see that 18 distinct values in employee ID, meaning that there are 18 distinct values, but this says they are unique. They could be repeated, okay? Now, 7 distinct, look at the MO1 column, 17 distinct value, different values, but only 3 are unique. So that means only 3 stands out without repetition. The rest, there are repetitions there. Are you getting what I'm trying to say here? When you say 80 distinct value, but there is no unique, all of them are repeated. Okay? This is going to be a fact table. Okay? Look at 21 distinct value, 18 uniques. It's probably definitely this is a fact table. Unique values count total number of values that only appear once in a given column. Uniqueness is only the value that appear once, doesn't appear twice. When you have a distinct is not the same thing as equal, it's not the same thing as unique value. Distinct is in the midst of repetition. I can say this is all I had a collection of records that has 10 in 3 places, 20 in 2 places, and 30 in 3 places. Okay? So that means how many records do I have? Who can do the mathematics for me? My class is too quiet.
Could you repeat that, please?
Okay, let me take it again. I'm saying I have a data set whereby I have number 10, captured tries, numeric 10. Okay, let me do it this way. Sorry, let me do it this way so that I don't want it to be a head knowledge. Can you see my notepad? Hi, can you see my notepad?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Say you capture data like this. Good. Look at all the values I have here. Can we count together? Okay, let me do this. I guess it's very good for you to see now. See, how many, each of them is a record. So how many records do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? If I'm saying unique, which number is unique here? And tell me why.
The unique will be
Will it be
40.
40?
Come again.
40.
40.
That's your opinion, right? Thank God we are not in the same location. So I want other opinions. Which number is unique here? What's the name of the person that gave me answer earlier? What's the name?
40 is the unique number.
40.
Okay. Do we agree with that, or we have contrary opinion?
Yeah, I agree. 40 is unique because it's
Yeah, I
not
agree.
repetitive.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
Now, what happens to the remaining number?
Well, I'm sure they can be classified as distinct because they repeat in the record of data that we have.
How many distinct values do we have in this data we have here? How many distinct values?
Would that be 3?
3.
You are saying it, you are the one saying 3. 3 distinct values. Wonderful. Let me write it. 3 okay. And you said 1 is unique, Abi? Is that not what you tell me? Is that not what you tell me?
Yes.
Okay. You said we have 3 distinct values, and 1 unique. This is 4 now. How many numbers do we have in this record? And this is 4. So is that correct?
So it means distinct will be 10.
Okay. Okay. Distinct will be 10. Do you have contrary opinion to that?
No.
Okay. So what we are saying in essence is this is what I'm driving to. Despite 10 is repeated thrice, 10 as a number is a distinct value. Distinct means a number. Okay, look at 20. 20 appear in 5 places. Okay, but when you are looking at distinct, it's only 5. Sorry, distinct is only 20 as a number that stands out. Okay, then you have your 30. Okay, it's also 30 is with just 2 numbers, and 40 is 1 unique number. The meaning of this thing is that when you count your number, your distinct, it will not repeat itself in that form. Likewise, your uniqueness will appear only once. Okay, good. Any question before I proceed? A column that has a lot of repeated values in its range, distinct count is high. Okay, when you leave your record to when you do not take note of the cognizance of the distinct values there. Conversely, a column that has a lot of unique values in it is in its range is a unique count is high. Will have a high level of cardinality. So when your unique count is high, okay, that table tends to be a one-man show. Lower cardinality leads to more optimized performance. So you might need to reduce the number of high cardinality columns in your data set. Always make it a show of one thing. Okay? Reduce relationship cardinality. So there are so many things you will learn with your cardinality that will not be time will not permit to run through. Okay, let's move on. So implement table granularity. Granularity, the lowest level that can be in a set. The lowest level, the smallest level, okay, that can be in a set is your granularity. It's the detail that is represented within your data, meaning that the more granular your data has, the greater the level of detail within your organization. With data analytics, you don't bottle up things, you say it out. Okay? Don't believe that they should know, they should understand. Nobody understands anything. You have to learn it quickly. So, any question? Okay, let's move on. Sorry. So that takes me to the end of first aspect. Let's see our quiz to see if you understand my grammar of optimization. What benefit do you?
Excuse me, Mr.
Oh,
President. Before we go
please.
to the review questions,
Yeah.
yes, is this slide I want us to look at again. It said
Okay.
granularity.
Granularity.
Yes, it's the lowest level that data can be in a set of data.
Yes.
Can you expatiate more on that, please?
Okay. Data granularity is an important topic for any analyst, regardless of the Power BI that you are using. Define the correct can have big impact on the performance of your user visibility. Okay. Now, granularity is talking about little details of your information. Is the detail that is represented within your data. Meaning that the more granular your data has, the greater the level of detail. It's talking about the detailed information about your about the data you want to analyze, the space you want to analyze. You can have many columns that keep track of. Is it like you take a human being that you want to analyze? Okay, you granular is when you are being detailed by saying the color of the eye, the latches of the eye, the size of the bulb, you know, getting detailed information about an entity. So granularity is talking about detailed information you get about an entity. Am I communicating?
Very well, thank you. Why
Good.
I asked was because the term actually came up in our Tableau class. And so I just wanted to be sure if it actually has similar context in Power BI as well. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what benefit do you get from analyzing metadata? What benefit? Who can try? Listening. What benefit do you get from analyzing metadata? Hello, who's trying? Who wants to try?
It helps to detect which aspects are least or most resource intensive.
Okay. Let me put it to my left hand. Let me see any other opinion.
So I think when we analyze metadata, we get to see the details. We get to see things that are not necessary. We get to see things that can be removed so that we can optimize the data set so that it's not so heavy, because a lot of data might have been gathered, but because we have a goal, we have that which we want to achieve. And when we study the data set or the metadata, we'll get to know the columns, the variables that are needed to achieve the goal that we have.
Okay. Let me show you something. Can you go over that? Can you go over that? The benefit of analyzing metadata is that you can clearly identify data inconsistency with your data set. That's the first thing you achieve with it. Okay. Which tool enables you to identify bottlenecks that exist in code? Okay. Which tool enables you to identify bottlenecks that exist in code? Which tool? Can you see that? Any response to this?
Performance.
Performance.
Analyzing.
Performance analyzing. Thank you. Thank you. So that's the truth. What is cardinality? Come talk to me. So what is cardinality? Let's be fast.
The lowest level that a data can be in a set of data.
Thank you. Thank you. The direction that data flows in the relationship between tables, and it's about the lowest level data could be. Okay, let's move on quickly because of time. Optimize direct query models. Okay. Who can remind me what I mean by direct query? I explained last week, I remember. Direct query is one way to get data into Power BI. Now, when you are connecting to your server, if you remember this screen, this is where you put your server name, you remember it, and you click OK. But this time around, when you are saying, don't connect to database, connect to the data directly, it means I want to write a query that will pull information from my source. I want to do probably I want to transform the data. Okay, good. So direct query method involves connecting directly to the data in its source repository from within the Power BI. It is an alternative to import data into Power BI instead of you importing the data. So when you use the direct query method, the overall user experience depends heavily on the performance of the underlying data source. Hello, class. When you are using the direct query, you are writing a query that pulls information from SQL Server. So the performance of that query depends on the performance of the underlying data source. So slow query response times will lead to a negative experience. If your data, your raw data, when you want to take your account number, it takes a long while to respond to you. When you are now using query to pull the information, don't expect it to perform magic. That's what I'm trying to say there. So also the number of users who are opening the report at one time in part. So don't forget that you are not the only one connecting to that data source. Okay? So when your connection or string is being compromised, you may not be able to get a connection to it in time. So unfortunately, the performance of your Power BI model will not only be impacted by the performance of underlying data source, but also by other uncontrollable factors. So, good. Implication of using direct query. What are the implications? Benefits. Where data changes frequently. Okay. So, near real-time reporting is needed. Near real-time reporting, that is exact, accurate, no assumption. Then support large data volumes. Support multidimensional data. These are the benefits of your direct query. Limitation. What are the limitations of your direct query? Performance depends on the underlying table. The performance, you don't have a say there, except the whoever that has done performance on the data. So security, understanding how data moves between source and destination. There is always a security there. There's always a mail to control it. The modeling or modeling capabilities are limited or haven't supported. Okay. Then transformation. Some data transformation techniques are limited. That is, make a change. Okay, good. Sorry. Okay, I think okay. Good. So how do you now optimize performance? Haven't explained. So step to optimize your performance is performance analyzer itself to analyze the performance of the data you have. Okay. And you can see the screen on the right on your screen under options, query reduction. That's when you are checking information that can reduce, that can make detail of your record accurate. Okay. And here I say reduce number of queries sent by disabling cross-allied filtering by default slicer. Okay. Then add an apply button to each slicer to apply changes. So these are the steps you take in optimizing performance. And there is one key thing, filter. Add a single apply button to the filter pane to apply changes at once. So you make use of your filter to apply changes. You can examine the queries that have been sent to the underlying source by trying to identify the reason for the poor query performance. You can then make changes in Power BI Desktop and the underlying data source. I believe we can go over this over and over and understand. So optimize data in Power BI Desktop. When you have optimized data source, when you've made sure the correct information has been uploaded, then you are good to go. Okay. Optimize the underlying data source. You can also optimize the data source so that it didn't send wrong signals, wrong information. Then customize query reduction options. Okay, good. So those are the things that your query performance is trying to do. Sorry. Jump. Okay. So let's quickly review this question. I want to move to practical. So which Power BI options gives you the option to send fewer queries and disable certain interactions? Which of them? Query reduction does that. Let me waste time because of our time. Other than Power BI, another place for performance optimization can be performed is where? Where can you perform your performance optimization other than BI itself?
At the source.
At the data source. Good. Is it possible to create a linear between two columns if they are different data type columns? Is it possible? If there are different data type columns, is it possible to create a relationship between fields? Number and string, string and number.
Yes.
Well, you can create a relationship between a number and a passage. Get it right, though.
I would say no, sir.
You say no. Why?
I believe for a relationship to be, they must actually share a data in common.
Data in
Because
common.
it's that data that will create that relationship between those columns. Yeah.
Thank you. I see they must be of the same data type. Same data type. Thank you. So that takes me to the end of this. Let me quickly jump out of it. Okay. So go to your all files. So remember in our last class, we'll save our data in my solution. Okay. So let's go and click on File menu. Have you done that? Hello class, are we together? Have you done that? Let me go back again. Click on when you finish your gym, when you finish all your settings, click on File, Browse, and if your information, if it's not on my solution, so come to your active. Can you see that? Since analysis, so load it, click on it and click open. Are you loading your own information?
Excuse me, Mr. Ebenezer, is it the same file we had last week, or this
Yes,
will be a new one?
the
So
same
we're
file.
continuing from there.
Continuation. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Continuation.
Thank you.
Thanks for your question. So can you see my, sorry. So that's our data of last week. If you still remember, look at your page 2, there are some information there. Page 1, you have large there. Okay? Because I want to back it up, click on File. So, no. You are here like this, you want to make a copy, click on File, Save as. Okay, so when you now say, let me take it again, click on File, Save as, because I want to save my analysis in another place. Remember, we have my solution backup. Double click here and save it here. Okay, it's asking me, do I want to save in backup? I say yes, replace it. That has been done, but it's already registering your drive C. But for it to be able to go back to where it's coming from, I simply say save as again. Good. I will double click.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
So, have you done your own, have you saved your record in different locations? So the last thing we should do is save as, take it to active. Go and save it back on it. Yes. So this is where we should work. Okay. So having done that, we want to run through our lab. So today, after looking at the optimize, we want to move further by, we want to create further things. In this, the first thing we want to do is, our lab today is talking about advanced data analysis, expression calculation in Power BI desktop. That's what we want to look at today. So the first thing we want to look at is, we want to create a matrix of visual to support testing our new mayors. On this place, click on this plus sign to give us a new page. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So click on this plus sign so that we have a new report page. Okay. So we want to add metrics. Add a matrix on this report. This is your matrix. Can you see my screen? So click on this button. So it's going to bring a matrix onto your canvas. Drag down a bit so that these buttons will be on top. There's more options. Then drag this to fill the entire space. So To configure the matrix visual phase, from our data pane, come to your data pane here. Expand your region. I have an hierarchy region there. Can see it that we created last week. So check your regions here so that you drop on your screen. And it's too tiny. Let's go and increase the font size. Come to your format of visual so that we change the font. Start with the column headers. Remember, I always tell you that your organization always have their documented fonts type. So for this class, we are picking Times Romans, and we are making use of Forever 20 so that to be clear, then make it bold. So you can see that group has changed there. Then row headers. Come to this, change it, the font to Times Romans, the font size to 20. Then make it bold. You can see your information clearly now. Okay. And when you click on the plus sign beside your Europe, you will see that you have your country inside your. Remember, I told you last week that group is like a continent, and you have the countries under the continent there. Look at your North America, you have your Canada and United States there. Look at your Pacific, you have Australia there. Another Australia, you only have one. Okay, good. Then let's look at values. Value, make it Times Romans. Make your value 15 points. Okay. Now, when you do this, the next thing is add a sales field. Sales field from your sales. So come to your data pane, under sales, look at your sales field, check it so that you had it. Can see your screen? So I've added your sales for you here. But I always tell you, Power BI assume when you bring a value to your canvas, you want to sum them. That's why it's giving you sum of sales. But most of the time, even if I'm summing, I don't want my heading to be sum of sales. I always love to remove the sum out of it. So I will right click, come to your under values there, right click this and rename. So that I only want it to be sales alone. That's what I want there. Press enter. So the heading will be sales. And if you look very well, let me change our value to 18 is to 18. Okay. So this is telling me that these are my sales for Europe. These are my sales for North America. These are my sales for Pacific. Okay. And total sales for the whole of the period. So to expand the entire hierarchy, at the top right of the matrix visual, select the fork double arrow icon twice. Point to this thing. Look at this button, this fork. Click on it twice. First, you're going to do country expansion. Take it again. It's going to give me region expansion. let's come back to region so that I understand you see there. Look at your hierarchy. You have a group, you have a country, and you have a region. So when you first, let me go up. Good. When you click the first time, it's going to expand to country. When you come over, you see here is group. Europe is a group. North America is a group. Pacific is a group. Okay, you see your sales per continent, per group. But when you click on the first one, first time, it gives me under Europe, I have France, Germany, and United Kingdom. And you can see all your sales for the country. Under North America, I have only Canada and US. You can see the details of the sales there. Under Pacific, I only have Australia. Okay, now in hierarchy, after country is region. So go ahead and drill down again. When you get to the last one, this guy becomes gray. You can't go further beyond that. Okay, if you look very well, you will see that under France as a country, France only one region. And you can see the whole sales there. Germany has only one region. United Kingdom only has one region. Canada has only one region. But United States of America has how many regions under it? Hello, class. How many regions? Hello, 5. So you can see the sales from each of the region. You can see Southwest gave a high volume. And if you look at Australia, only has one Australia there. Good. So this is what your hierarchy can do for you. To format the visual, in visualization of pane, select the format pane. Okay. Now I want to do something again to make it come to this here, come to format your visual. Under the search here, if your own is like this, click on the format visual. Under this search, type stepped. Can you see what I type? No, double P, stepped. So your step is on, but make it off. Click on this one to make it off. What do you notice anything happening on your screen? Let me click it
Yes,
again.
sir.
What do you notice?
It's based on the group country and region. It spread the function spread them out as in columns. As
Yes.
group, country.
It spread it out for you to see your group, country, and region, and it says in front of it. You will agree with me that when you want to present a report, I don't think you can, this does not really make, it makes sense, but it's not too clear for your management to see. But when you spread it out like this, they appreciate more, right? So at a glance, you can see a group of Europe, France, Germany, United Kingdom, and their sales. While you can see your North America, Canada, and United States. And you can see your Pacific. And at the same time, you can also see their region that is being spread out. Okay? So you have 4 columns in your information here. So all our adventure work that we are looking at is organized into group, country, and regions. And all countries except United States has just one region, which is named after each of the country, except United States that has 5 regions that are labeled differently. All other one, they has one region, and that one region, the name of the country is named as that region. Okay? Any question for me? Okay. Today we want to look at, we want to manipulate our context with filter. This group, what you are seeing here, you are saying you group your sales by region, country, and group. What if tomorrow I want to say all the total sales in Europe with the exception of Germany? I want to see the total sales in Europe with the exception of United Kingdom. That is, I don't want United Kingdom to be included. Tomorrow I might say, okay, I want to see the sales of Germany alone, irrespective of what you have in France and United Kingdom. That's what filter does. Filter allows us to limit information we want to look at. So the next thing we want to do is add measure to sales table. Come to your sales table, right click on it, new measure. And I want to use, for me to be able to use filter, I will make use of a function called calculate. Okay, calculate will allow me to use filter. So I will start by saying sales of all regions. Remember, your measure always have a name. So sales all region. So I hold down my shift key so that I create another line here. So I now put my function here, calculate. Calculate, open bracket, sum of sales. Open bracket and say sum of sales field, sales column in the sales table. Okay, that's this. Sales column in the sales table. So close this bracket. Then remove filter region. Remove filters. And which are the filters that I want to remove? Region. Look at our formula. Calculate says, he's saying, go and sum everything in the column of sales. Okay? But remove region. That means I only want to say sales per country without the region. So press enter, let's see what happens. But remember, you don't normally see your mayor on the table. But hold on. The calculate function is a power function used to manipulate the filter on filter context. So the first argument that you see here, take an expression or a mayor. A mayor is just a named expression. Okay? We can replace this thing with another mayor. Just a name expression. So subsequent arguments allow modify the filter. Remove filter allow us to modify the filter. And what is it saying? The remove filter function remove active filter. It can take either no arguments or table, a column, or a multiple column as its argument. That's all you can have there. Okay? In this formula, mayor evaluate the sum of sales column in a modified filter context, which remove any filter applies to the column of the region. So it remove every filter about region, every column of region, it removes it. And what do we have? Let's see it.
Please, I have a question, sir.
Okay, go on.
Sir, the title for the mayor being created is sales origin.
Yes.
And from that, the understanding I have is to sum up the sales for all the regions.
Yes.
But now from the DAX formula we have created, we have added remove filters region. So
yes.
I'm wondering why we are removing filters when we have said as the mayor we are creating sales origin. I don't know why we are still removing filters, sir. That's my own.
I want to add all my sales without grouping them on region. Let's bring our measure to the screen so that you understand what I'm doing. So click the X to take it out. So check your sales origin here. What do you see?
Same amount.
Same amount. So I'm simply saying, take all filters away. Take all filters away. I want to see the total of all the sales, total sales. That's why it's repeating the value like that. Okay? Don't worry, we'll get it as we're progressing. Or still have any other question? Total sales of all region, meaning I want to see the sales, the total sales that I make across the regions.
I don't understand, sir.
Yeah, no problem. The sales of region mayor compute the total of all region sales. For each region, country subtotal and country subtotal and group subtotal. I want to have all the total sales across. Am I communicating? I don't want to group it.
Okay, sir. Yes, I understand, sir.
Good.
We don't want to group it, sir. But
yes.
When it's coming across, when we look at the rows, and it's a reflection of how we're having at the same amount spread all through the rows. I don't understand why the function should be like that. And we have the same value.
Hold on. I use an hierarchy to, let me take this out. I demonstrate an hierarchy that with your hierarchy you can group your sales as a continent, the total sales you have in the whole continent, the total sales you have in a country, and the total sales you have in a region. That's what I try to do with hierarchy. Now, I am now saying beyond hierarchy, because what you have here is telling me that I must always create an hierarchy before I can manipulate my information. But with calculate function that we just introduced, I don't need an hierarchy. I don't need to create an hierarchy before grouping my information. I can just make use of a filter and do it. So what I now did is that I used a calculator and said, remove regions there, just give me the total space. I'm going somewhere, it's gradual. I am comparing using your hierarchy and using your filter.
I understand
What is
that,
going
sir.
to happen? What about that member of the class? Do you understand what I'm explaining here? What we first did is make use of hierarchy to group ourselves. I am now saying without hierarchy, without creating an hierarchy, I can still group my cells. That's where calculate comes in. It allows me to aggregate my information, aggregate my data. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the new measure is here to deliver a useful result. So what we just did is not giving me the useful result. When the sales for the group, country, or region is divided by this value, it will produce a useful ratio known as percentage of grand total. Okay? Now, what I have here, if I use any information from the country or region, I'm going to see percentage of grand total. I'm going to see what is the performance of Germany against total, what is the performance of Europe against total, like that. So to replace I want to create percentage of all regions, So I'm going to create a new measure. Okay, I'm supposed to format this one to do what I want to do. That is what your manual recommends. But for the purpose of my class, I decide to be separating them so that you can compare. Okay, so I want to reduce the title of my menu here. Right click on all sales region. Yeah, rename it. So instead of sales all region, I'll just SA region so that I can have a reasonable space. So that gives me sales of all regions. Now I want to create sales percentage of all regions. So I want to create a new measure on sales. New measure. Okay. This time around, instead of writing it full, I'll write S percentage A region. So what we want to do here is, I want to initiate a function divide. Open brackets. Press enter here. Sum says sales feed. So sum of sales feed close. comma. Okay, we are saying divide sum of sales column. Okay, then calculate. The next function there is calculate. Sorry, let me take this one down. Calculate. Let's in here. Sorry. No, don't worry. Break it. Remove. Region. Okay, you may want to find out. Let me explain to you. What this function is going to do is you are saying divide. The first part of this is the denominator of your calculation. This one will create sales based on the filter. It's going to filter based on the group that you find yourself. And the calculate below is going to calculate all the sales together. Let's run it and see what happens. So let me bring sales percentage to the system and you see. Can you see what we have here? This one is calculating, divide the sales in Germany by the total sales. Ordinarily, I should just say, in that formula, I will just say sales, sum of sales based on the group and divide, but I want to use calculation to generate the total sales. Can anybody reflect on it and understand me? This is just saying this sales, if you take your calculator and divide this sales, divide by this total sales, the result is giving you this. Okay? Because it's only Germany the region, the same thing will happen in subtotal. Look at the United Kingdom, the same thing will happen there. Okay? Look at our subtotal is addition of everything in the United Kingdom together, or in Europe. This is what you have in Europe. The summation of all the Europe, then the percentage you have here. Any question, please?
Can you come back from the point where you did the DAX for this sales region creation to the percentage of sales region creation, sir?
That formula, right?
Yes, from the sales region initially then the sales region percentage.
Okay.
Just to understand it better.
Yeah, it's allowed. Let me call up the formula. Hi, talk to me. Hold on. Let me apply percentage on it first. Okay. Yeah. Good. Having done that, seeded mark places.
Oh, I noticed my, okay, I think. Okay.
Talk to me.
I checked through the table. It was as though yours is different from mine, sir.
Oh,
Okay,
what's different?
No. I think probably you rearranged one time or the other, but it's now the same, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. My screen just freeze up, but it has responded. Okay. There's the formula. Sales percentage all region. Okay. That is percentage of sales on each of the regions. That's what I'm trying to do here. First is, you said you indicate divide. That is, sum the sales of the region. That's the first instruction there. Divide, sum the sales of the region. That's the meaning of this. Okay. You now said this, you remember your division is always denominator again, divide by numerator. So sum says is, this is what you are trying to do. You are trying to say sum sales in Germany then divided by total sales. Can you relate to what I'm doing here? Sum all the sales in Germany, then divided by sum of total sales. Sorry. Can we relate to this?
Yes, sir.
So this first part of your calculation, maybe let me do this. Let me collapse this, calculate the formulas to one row. So that maybe that will be clearer for you to see. Can you now understand that? You are saying divide, let me bring this one up. All those press down thing is, you are saying divide some sales on the group of Germany. This. Divide by sum total. Because I need sum total, that is why I say calculate sum of sales, remove filter region. So no filter. Sum everything together. So because I wanted at row evaluation, when it's evaluating so when it's evaluating for France, okay, it's going to pick only France region and divided by this value. When it's evaluating Germany, it's going to do the same thing. When it's evaluating the subtotal, it's going to do the same thing. That's the importance of the formula that we did there.
So I have two questions, sir.
Please ask your question.
Okay. From my understanding, and just as you have said,
Yeah.
when we use divide, it talks about numerator divided by denominator.
Yes.
But from this calculation, you mentioned calculate, and that's what is
Hello?
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello, I can't hear.
Hello, can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. Hello? Hello, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you now, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Sorry, a little power fluctuation there.
Sorry, sir.
Network breakout. So somebody is asking a question. Yeah, please go on.
Yes, sir. As I was saying, when we use divide numerator over denominator, but what's really confusing me is the place of calculate coming in. I know, okay, sum of sales table, and then from the sales column divided, we could have said sales, and then we remove filter. But why would calculate come in? That's the first question. And the second question is, since we already know the breakdown for each of the should I say, each of the regions, France, Germany, and everything like that. Is it not possible to just go ahead and use that as the numerator, and then the next column, which is the sum per region, which is 77 million, and then we use that as the numerator to get the percentage that we are talking about, sir.
Okay, thank you. You know, as a data analyst, each day you are improving on your analytical concepts. When management call you into the meeting and it's asking you to give me sales on my regional basis, or I want to know what the performance of my region compared to the total sales I have in a year. He's not telling me he's not interested in the hierarchy you created here, your region's hierarchy. Whatever you see on this side is based on the hierarchy you have here. But the calculation that I'm doing here, I don't have interest in this region. I don't have interest in this hierarchy of continent, country, and region. No. I want to use filter to demonstrate all this in on fly. That's the purpose of this calculation. Okay, and it simply says, I want to divide the sales of any of the region, Germany, Canada, Australia, by the total sales. That's what I want. So simply what he's saying is that he's saying divide. Divide is a function. And inside your divide is saying some sales on regional basis on fly as you are progressing the row. Then use calculate. The reason why you are using calculate here is for me to be able to remove filter. It's calculate that permit me to have sum of sales, sum of all the sales, but removing the filter region. Don't break it, don't group it. Just give me the total sales. Don't break it down to regions. Don't break it down to group. Just remove it. Let me take you to this place.
Can I ask a question, sir?
Go ahead, please.
So on my side there, maybe because of some Excel that I understand, what I did on my side was to use the DAX to calculate total sales, calculate the total sales like you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making a second measure for total sales.
Mm-hmm.
And now going into the values itself with the drop down of the values, the same total sales, and now changing it. No, I mean inside the value sales, and now changing it to percentage of gross total. And it gave me the same answer, right? Without having to do the filter.
Yes, it's going to give you that, but the concept I'm passing across to you here is a class.
Yes,
I am passing across a concept to you. I am passing across the capability of Power BI onto you.
yes,
I am passing across to you the strength of what Power BI can do for you. When you have a voluminous information, it's more decent and concise when you can think through the analysis of what you are doing and you deal within a short information. And I told you, the more calculation you have on this canvas, the more slow they become in the future.
Oh, sir.
So I am looking at every avenue that will reduce the number of calculation that I put here. Yes, because I'm in the class, I want you to see hierarchical grouping. That's why I demonstrated using your region. I want you to see that I can group my information hierarchical using region, group, country, and region, grouping them together. And I have actually demonstrated it with your group, country, and region, and sales that you have here. This last column, I demonstrated for you. But I'm saying that without this hierarchy, I can still group my sales and I'll have the same results.
So I just want to see the DAX calculation for that SA region, sir.
This one.
It-
Oh, this first one.
Yes. I just want to see the DAX thing.
Okay, let me come to.
I just need to just see it, not like.
Don't worry. This one.
Yes. Okay. So it is calculate
problem.
sales, comma, remove filter, region. Okay, that's fine, sir.
Okay, let me even change the formula here too. Let me change my label to the SA region.
This one says remove filter bracket region. Let me try that.
SA region is, I want to sum every sales without grouping them.
As region.
All sales, yes, without grouping them on
By
regional
region.
basis.
I get
So
it now.
that's why I use the word remove
Filter region.
filter region.
Yes, I get it now.
Good.
Okay. Clear.
Any other question? Okay. So you can see the percentage I have there. Okay. So you have your all of them there. Now I want to introduce another. Are we together? I'm back.
Yes, sir.
So now, like I said, we want to create another calculation here. Percentage country based on the country now. France, Germany. You will not appreciate this until you come to United States. Okay, so let's start our mayor. So I will call it S for sales, percentage country. What's the percentage of country sales? Country sales against the total. Okay, Press enter. So divide. Sum of 6. Calculate. Sum of 6. Okay. Want to get confused here? So sales per country sales percentage over total. Okay, we'll come back to the formula, but let's bring it up and see. Let's see if you understand what is happening here. Do you understand what is happening here?
Remove filter region.
This time around, I am looking at
Region in region table.
regions field. Come to your region. You have a region table here, but you have a region field.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm saying remove the whole of the one. The first one you did is to remove
Region alone.
the region group.
Yes, sir.
The region group, the region table. Region table is what break it down.
Region hierarchy.
No. The whole,
table.
Let's say, let me come to this place. See, this is remove a region table. Is region table that is grouping it on regional basis. That is breaking it down to country, says, and breaking it down to group, which is your continent, your region. Break your sales to country, to group, and to region. Region is a field. The filter you are looking at here is not a region field. It is talking about the whole region table that is slicing your sales to continent, to country, and to region. I am saying do all my calculation, remove the region table completely. Don't break it down. That is why I'm having the total here. That's why I'm having this. Hello, class, am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to do my calculation without using hierarchy that I have to manually create. I manually created this hierarchy myself. But I want to filter my information without a manual hierarchical information.
Sir, so
okay.
This one that we have, the method that we have just created, that means we are telling it that it should filter based on the region from the table.
Yes, and say remove the region field.
Okay. Region column, region table.
Yes, the region column from the remove
region table.
Okay. Yes, so I now have
the group
the country. Now remember, I have the country. Yes, so this is now going to do calculation based on the group. No, on the on the country. Yes, on the country.
So basically, sir,
yeah.
Just how I understand it, basically the first one was to take everything out in that table region.
Yes.
As the filter.
Yes.
The second one is not taking, he has 3 columns there, but just leaves just one region. He just wants to filter by just region, leaving group and country.
Yes.
Okay.
So this other one is remove the region column and let me have everything that I want to. This first column here is remove all the region table. Just so. This one remove only the
is the region table also just percentage?
Yes. Region table for percentage. No, this one I now combine what I have here with my regions calculation now, so that I can get the percentage. But this time around, I want to see the percentage of country over the total values. And when you look at it, that France, when you compare your France, it's going to give you 1%, 1%, okay, because you are dividing France by the total number, okay? Let's make it percentage. Good. So it means you have 100% of the country, but it's only when you come to United States. What do you see? You have the breakdown, meaning that 100% of all my states there is for France, or 100% is for Germany, 100% is for United Kingdom, but I have the United States that if you add all these percentages together, look at the subtotal, it's going to give you 100. That's what I'm trying to I'm trying to do my calculation using the filter.
So in essence, sir,
okay. Please go on.
I see that because US has 4 regions. I'm just giving an instance.
Five regions, yes.
5 regions. It broke down the calculation to the 5 regions.
Still,
yes. That's why he splitted it. But every other person is 100% because they only have one.
They only have one region. Yes.
Okay. But even with that, they have 5. So France has 100% of country, but 5% of total sales totally in the region.
Yes.
Right. I get it now.
And if you look at your United States, you will see that only the sub-region has the lower number. But when you add all of them together for the whole of United States, it's going to be 100%. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, Bella stepped down. Sorry for that. We started this class
9:20. 9 o'clock.
9:20. 9:20, sir.
9:30. This 2 hours, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Let me push so that we round up this one.
That's all right, sir.
Any other question? Okay. Now notice it says country says Meyer formula differs slightly from the same percentage origin. That's what we've explained. The difference is the denominator modifiers the filter context by removing filter of the region column or the region table. So not all columns of the region table. It means that any filter applied to the group or country columns are preserved. It will achieve a result that represents the 6% country. Let's move on. So I want to add a 6% country. No, I've done that. To improve the readability of this measure in visual, I want to override the 6% country measure with improved formula. I want to do something that will change the perspective of this last formula. So I want to write a new measure. I won't see the same 6% country sales country percentage of country sales. So, but I'm going to rename it to new measure. So what I want to do. Percentage of country sales. I'm going to put 2 here. I'm going to ask a question. Don't worry, just follow me. If is the scope if it's the scope of that region, divide is it's still the same formula, but I'm doing modification of it with another function. So let me see, what does that one give me? So can you notice what happened here? I asked a question. If it's the scope of, let's see the formula back. If it's in the scope of region, whatever calculation you want to do, let it be when I am on the region field. Okay? When I'm outside the region, don't do it. That means don't do subtotal for me. Don't do subtotal for me. That's what I use that scope to achieve. Can you see I only have France? I didn't see subtotal. Germany, I didn't see subtotal. United Kingdom, I didn't see subtotal. Canada, no subtotal. Look at your United States. I only calculate for the regions, no subtotal. Am I communicating? So it's the scope is telling me that I only do my calculation when it's in the region of when it's in the sub-region or when it's in the region field. So the whole essence of what I'm doing here is that I want to manipulate my calculations by filter without using any functionality of Power BI. So the if function uses its scope function to tell you that the region column is the level in hierarchy of levels. When true, the divide function is evaluated. When false, a blank is there. I didn't do any calculation. Any question? Hello, class. Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we want to add another measure that calculates group percentage of my sales. That's talking about continent now. I want to see continents now. So let's say they say that you appreciate what my filter is doing. Right click, new measure. Percentage of group sales. Okay, so start by your divide function. Open brackets. Sum. Of sales column. Close the brackets. This. Calculate. Sum of sales. Close it. Remove filters. I want to remove two filters here now. I want to remove region field. I want to remove region country.
You are still talking.
Come again?
No, the region country. Okay, sir. Region
Yes.
country.
So I'm removing two filters now. Okay, two filters. If you look at my hierarchy here. Oh, sorry, let me press enter. I have to accept my formula. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm saying divide the total say sum says based on what is on my sum on the total says based on the contract I'm looking at. Okay, I'm now saying do my calculation of the numerator. This time around, I'm saying sum all says remove filter, meaning remove region, remove country. So by the time you remove region and country, the only thing that will remain is the summation of your continent or group. So that's what you are going to see. So let me bring it up so that you can see. See, that's percentage, group percentage, continent percentage. So let me put it in percentage. So you can see. Again, this time around, the scope is not there. So you can now say France, you can see Europe compared to all. You can see North America compared to all. Look at subtotal of Europe ends up in 100, subtotal of North America ends up in 100, and subtotal of Pacific ends up in 100. So what we are demonstrating here is how to use a calculator to generate a formula of filter without cracking our head. Again, I don't want repetition like I have all these subtotals of filter. I want them out. That's the purpose of what my scope is doing. So I'm going to write group percentage says 2. So this time around, so I'm asking the same question now so that I will remove all these subtotal out of my calculation. If sorry, it is in scope of the region is in scope. Sorry, I omitted something there. Right? Okay, region field. Let me put this one together. And that symbol you see there mean and, okay, is in scope. Region country. So if it's in scope of this, divide I'm just testing if it's in the scope of region and country. Divide. Sum of 6. Calculate. That's those brackets. Complain about my formula. Okay, I omitted something here. Okay. So let's see what my percentage group 2 gave us. You can see it has removed all the subtotal out of our calculation. So that's what its scope does.
Science scope means just what is there, Abi.
Yeah, that's I want to do calculation within this scope. If it's in this scope, do my calculation. Let me bring it up again so that you see. Okay. Okay. It's in scope is saying do this division calculation if it's in scope of region, and this symbol here means and if it's in the scope of region and country, do this calculation. That's the meaning. Otherwise,
The number of things it processes, it makes it quite efficient to go to those ones directly and
yes,
instead of processing everything from beginning to the end.
Yeah, so that's why you didn't see subtotal in all this. They are not part of what we expect to do.
So please, how can we understand all these conditions? Because all these conditions, they are somehow making it so complex.
Look, they demonstrated, they are teaching us how to make use of a scope, filters, how to remove filter. So it's in your lab notes. Whatever I'm doing is in your lab notes.
So the formulas in our lab notes, is that right?
Yes.
So.
So now let's move to model. We want to we've scattered so many things on your sales. So we are going to create a ratio, a formatting folder like we did last week. So go ahead and look at your SA region, no, sales of all region, sales of all country. So select anyone, hold down your control key, click this. I think that's all. So you now go to your property description. Let's collapse. Okay. Let's format it here. Okay, under display folder. I see, okay, see display folder here.
Yes, sir.
So just come here and type ratios. Press enter. So it has put all those ratios
In a folder.
smaller number. It has put them under a heading ratios. So any question, let's see our Power BI. Click on file, click on save. We are not changing. We've already changed it back to our current location, right? So save. So we're almost rounding up. We have about 2 formulas to learn. Year to date. We want to do a calculation of year to date. We want to look at time intelligence. So we want to look at, in this exercise, we are looking at timing. We want to look at year to date, measure, and sales year over year. That is, we want to compare sales of now with that of last year. By this time last year, what was my sale level? That's what year over year is talking about. So let's create a YTD measure. Okay. Right click on your sales. Okay. Our metrics on page 3 is filled up already. So we want to make use of metrics on page 2. Okay. So now we want to create a year to date measure on sales table. So right click on sales, click on new measure. So I'll call this SYTD, sales year to date. So look at this function, total YTD. Okay. I want to sum. So sales like this, close brackets, So I want to add all sales together and make use of dates. Look at what I want to do. I'm going to take field, go to date table, that's the meaning of the date with quote there. Okay, and pick on date field. So I want to do a year-to-date sales of total sales that will end in June 30. When you see something like this, it's telling me the month and the day is going to end. So press enter. So press enter. So that, let's see the content of our year to date. So bring our year to date mayor. Yeah. Okay, you can see our year to date sales now. So it's in cumulative entry. So it's giving me year to date sales for all the sales together. So the total year function evaluates an expression. In this case, the sum of the sales column over a given date column. So the date column must belong to a date marked as a date table. That's the function of year-to-date formula that you saw there. So you calculated sum of total sales, and you want to end it. You want to end it date of. We want to end it we want to end every summation per financial year. So if you look at the record, you will see that the financial year marks target for all the seats. Good.
So come again, sir. The financial year SYTD total year to the sales.
This is sales year to date.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And from your formula, you want the year to date to end in the month of June 30. Okay, the month June, yes, this is the final day of the month. So calculate my year to date from beginning of the year to the last day I find myself. Simple.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So your total year to date function that you see in that formula. Perform filter manipulation, specifically time filter. So is this function, this total year to date is working based on the time filter. Okay, from September 2017, the third month of the fiscal year, all filters on the date. Okay, so all filters on the date table are removed and replaced with a new filter of this commencing at the beginning of the year, which is July 1 to 2017, and extend it to the last date of the in-contents date, which is September 30, 2017. So many time intelligence functions are available in DAX to support common time filter.
Get it, sir.
So, come again?
I said we get it, sir.
Okay. And finally, before we round up tonight, we want to look at year over year, okay,
Right.
growth. That is, we want to compare the sales of last year with the sales of this year. So year over year growth, year over year growth. So we'll create a year over year growth and see what it's going to bring. So let's go to our sales here, add another mail. We want to write another formula quickly. So I call it sales year over year. So sales over year over year growth. So I want to start this formula with declaring a variable. Sales prior year, that's previous year. Okay. Sales prior year.
Now, what's the function of the variable in front, sir?
Come again?
What's the function of the variable in front?
Don't worry, let me finish the you see. So I declare a variable sales prior year. That variable will hold the value for last year calculation.
Okay.
Last year, So
But sir, we have not calculated that of last year. So how will it hold it, sir?
I am doing it together now.
Okay.
That is what the function
Of variable.
is teaching. That's what we are teaching. That's where the variable comes in. Okay. So just pardon me, let me just go gradually. Parallel period. This is where I refer to last year now. Parallel period means this time last year. Okay. So using dates. Okay, so date table. Pick your date here, date field from date table, comma. So months So after the month, then I will then sorry. To return. Space prior. That formula that are available we wrote the other time. So I've calculated, let's look at it together. Declare available sales per year is equal to calculate sum of sales parallel period using our dates 12 months ago. When you see parallel period, means calculate a reference to 12 months in the past. So let's see what this guy offers us. So look at our year to date. So sales year over year growth. Let's see what this guy is teaching us. Okay, so if you look at based on the calendar here, these are all the time if you look at your year to date, it's giving me all the month sales. But when you move down, so it start taking out those where there are no exceptions. Why is 2017? Let me take some of
Sorry, sir.
yeah.
I checked the formula from the this thing you gave to us.
Yeah.
They use minus 12 for the prior year, sir, not
Oh,
12 directly, sir.
Thank you. I think I made a mistake there. I'm seeing. I was wondering why. Thank you. Thank you for observing that. Thank you. Aha. God will bless you.
Amen, sir.
Amen.
Thank you for calling me. I was wondering the result that I'm having. See, it's saying that look at our first. This is the stage for okay. This is the stage for 2018. Okay, 2018. is the first sale in 2019. It's trying to tell me that look at 2019 current sales. Oh, this time last year, this is my sale. That's the meaning of year over year. Can you see? This is the first one is year to date. You can see 2018, the total sales. This is 2019, the total sales. This is 2020, the total sales. So it's now projecting forward. Okay? It's now projecting forward. So, but I'm saying, look at my sales for 2018. Sales year over year, I'm saying this time that I've made 27 million naira and 79,779.63 dollars. This is what I made now. But this same January, this same year, this same time last year, this was my sales. So you are trying to compare your sales. You are trying to tell management that you are doing well. You are trying to tell management story that, look, oh, this time last year, I just made 60 million. But the same period, I made 27 million now. That's the message year over year is passing across to us. And you see that with the formula, you are able to get the perfect explanation for it. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
So the sales year over year growth measure use a variable. A variable helps you to simplify formula. Variable is to hold the value for you so that you can use it to compare as it progresses.
Sir,
Good. Okay, go on.
is it possible to also now do like you did the earlier, where you now compared the percentage change between the year on year, not just the figure now, so that it's clear to the, is there a way to compare?
To compare, come again.
The year on year percentage change. So
okay,
maybe the year on year percentage change. Now that we have the figure 16 to 27, so so that they can see. Some people want to see figures, some people want to see percentage change.
Some people want to see percentage. Yes, you can do the right thing, but because of my time limitation, I know some people are tired already. So let me finish this one. Maybe during the week you can engage me, then you will do that.
Okay, sir.
So year to date and our sales is on the screen. Okay, the percentage you are asking for, I'm having it now. It's part of my calculation ahead. So hold on. So I'm writing another measure here. So 6% year over year growth. So let's see. Declare a variable. This trial year. So enter to calculate case 2, close it, enter parallel. This parallel function, take note of it, parallel period. This time, some months back, okay? So I now say, based on date table, so as that, comma, so minus 12 months ago. Then months. So this time around, return to divide this minus the variable you cap this your sales year over year of last year, minus it from this minus 6 right here.
The spelling of sales is not correct, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can see that. Right here. Then use bracket and comma. So that's no, don't mind me. Remain 6 so it's giving me total sales of, so let's check it. So it's giving me percentage of the sales I made this time last year compared to what I'm having now. So just like my guy said, some people don't want to see value, but they want to see percentage. It depends on choice. So if you look at 2018 July, at your 2018 July. $392. Look at your 2018 July. 392.83%. Verify that year over year growth for 2018 is this. So that's what they are, that's the year over year growth of 2018 is giving you that value. Okay. So the year over year growth measure is identified most 400% or 4x increase of sales during the same period of previous year. It's like I'm looking at my sales now compared to about 3 years ago. And you can always explain this. Definitely so many things has changed, technology has changed and cool like that. So that warrant me to make more sales. So in your model view, click on model. So let's look at our sales year growth. Want to put it in the folder. Okay. So click on this, click on this. This, control, this. The other one that remain year to date, year over year growth, percentage year over year growth. So I think that's all. So we are going to display folder time intelligence.
Safin, do you write SQL code? I just want to ask.
Come again?
No, it's Mr. Fin, follower.
Yes.
I'm just learning.
Looks like he writes SQL because the way he's seeing all those minors and all those things.
I'm just learning.
Thank you. So this is our analysis for tonight. This is the further analysis using your DAX formula. Okay. So that takes me to the end of what we have to do today.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for your patience.
Sir, you will save it, you know, you say we save backup and we save active.
Yes. So I'm saving it now. Now I keep the backup till the second day, till when we start another class. So that will be but now it's already inactive. So when we come in our next class, we will take it to backup.
That's fine, sir.
Any question? How many people remain in this class? Tonight, some people are gone. Please, can you create a tutorial among yourself? Can you read together? Maybe you're free to ask yourself questions and you can drag me to explain to you. That's another way I can drill down. Maybe when you talk as a colleague, you can explain. Maybe there are ways you feel I should explain to you. Maybe I'm a bit technical. You feel that, oh, what's the best way to pass this thing across to us? When you study as a group, you can come back and ask me questions. What about that?
Mr. Finn, that's fine, sir.
Okay. Please find time to revise together, identify area of challenge, and come back and ask me questions. Let's make benefit of this whole week between now and next week. What day do we start this class? You can remind me. Did anybody keep record of the date to start this Power BI? Hello, are we together?
Yes, sir.
So who can remind me the date to start this Power BI? Nobody. Okay, no problem. So let's call it a day here.
From what I can see, because I just went to check the data analyst guide, I know that I think we had a class on the 25th, because I can see Power BI by Ebenezer Ibidakon, an introduction to Power BI.
So what date was that?
The video was posted on the 26th.
So that means it is 25th or thereabout.
26th of which month?
Of September, sir.
Of September. That's Tuesday.
Okay, let me
That
check.
means we start this class 25th
On Monday, 25th. Yes.
25th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Of September.
September. Okay. Cut these classes to cover 20 hours. 1, 2, 3.
We've done 5 sessions, 5 or 6 sessions.
Okay, 5 or 6 sections. That'll be about 10 or 12 hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Noted. Thank you. Okay. So by next week, by God's grace, God's Spare Our Life, we'll be looking at writing reports. And that's a key part of the course. A key part of the course. I pray God spare our life till next week.
Amen, sir. Thank you very much for all you do, sir. We appreciate you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. CJ, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to code for me. Oh.
I'm here, sir.
What's the word? Is it okay? Okay. Oh. So, good night to you all.